Hello folks and welcome to the car news. Firstly, massive thanks to all the people that watched the last one and for all the great feedback. I'm now going to be doing one of these monthly, and if any sort of major news crops up in between now and the next one, I'll do a short form video and keep you up to date with that. Give this one a thumbs up and we'll crack straight on with the news. Folks, they've done it. Toyota have finally designed a good looking Prius. This thing looks fantastic. It's going to be all plug-in hybrid from now on. So it's 100 bhp up on the outgoing model, 0-62 time of 6.7 seconds. And as standard fit, it's going to have a solar panoramic roof, which will be able to generate over 700 miles of EV range in a year. Sounds good, right? Where do I sign up? Well, the bad news is, if you're in the UK, you can't, because in their wisdom, Toyota have decided that this one won't be released in the UK. I personally think they're missing a bit of a trick with this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. According to a forecast from the Office for Budgetary Responsibility, an increase in fuel duty could be coming, which would raise 5.7 billion for the Exchequer. If it does come in, this would put 12 pence a litre on a litre of diesel or petrol. And when quizzed about it, the Treasury said that all this is based on a forecast and obviously things can change. The 2023 Car of the Year shortlist has been announced. The winner will be announced in Brussels at the Brussels Motor Show in January. Shortlisted cars: the Jeep Avenger, the Kia Niro, Nissan Ariya, Peugeot 408, the Subaru Solterra / Toyota BZ4X, the Renault Austral and the VW ID.Buzz. Which one of those would be your choice, if any? Ford are going to invest £150 million into their Liverpool plant in what is a huge expansion of their electric car parts operation. This is really good news. The Ford Halewood plant employs over 500 people, and it means that by 2026, over 2/3 of the cars produced by Ford in Europe, EVs that is, will rely on parts produced at that Halewood plant. Fiat commits to keeping cars small. So Fiat see a big gap in the market here for small cars, the A and B sectors as they're known. Particularly since the news came that the Fiesta is going to disappear, Fiat really see that they can make some headway here. So they're planning to do this by introducing 5 new small EVs over the next 5 years, and they'll join the Fiat 500e, which doesn't look to be going away anytime soon. I've got one at the moment and it's brilliant. New 2024 Mini Aceman plans to rival the new Kia Niro EV. You can see a couple of pictures of it here in camouflage. This is going to be a Chinese-built electric crossover. They're obviously hoping to gain a bit of market share from Kia with it. It's built in China, but it looks like it was designed somewhere very, very dark, because to me, it looks absolutely hideous. I think many have lost the plot, I really do. Get back to basics, folks. Skoda accelerates their EV plans by introducing 3 new EVs before 2026. The Czech brand has invested an extra £2.1 million to bring forward its EV rollout by 4 years. We already know they're working on a 7-seat SUV, and we know there'll be something built on the same platform that will eventually replace something like the VW Polo. Interesting times ahead for Skoda. Folks, the new Honda Civic Type R is on sale in the UK at a shade under £47,000. That's right, 47 grand. Now, despite that high price, I've got a sneaky suspicion that this will be the best Type R there's ever been. That's without driving one. I've driven the new Civic and the chassis is incredible and the handling is incredible, and it feels like it could live with a great deal more power. I actually think the chassis was designed for the Type R. This thing is going to be phenomenal. That's my early prediction. 47 grand does seem like a lot of money though. That will get you 325 brake horsepower, 0-62 time of 5.4 seconds, and a ginormous great spoiler on the back of it. Despite that increase in power, Honda is saying that the new car is more engaging and more confident, largely thanks to improvements with the steering, the suspension, the chassis, the rigidity and overall handling. This is going to be a very special car, folks. Okay, a new entry at the top of the list of cars that nobody actually needs. Lamborghini unleashes 601 brake horsepower off-road Huracan Stellarato. Why? This V10 monster is going to be Lamborghini's real swan song for pure internal combustion engine powered vehicles. It's going to have a 0-62 time of 3.4 seconds and 601 horsepower, and it's going to cost you about 265 grand. Ferrari F1 boss Matteo Binotto has lost his job after 28 years with Scuderia. Ferrari had a difficult second half of the season, finishing in second place by quite a considerable distance in the Constructors' Championships to Red Bull. No word on who Binotto's replacement might be, but the search is already underway. Set to launch 800 brake horsepower supercar saloon in 2025. This Porsche Taycan rival will hit the market at £138,000 and will launch alongside a new SUV from the brand. It's going to have the largest battery in any production car when it comes out at 120 kilowatts, which should give it a range of about 500 miles. It's also thought it's going to have the thick end of 700 horsepower. I think it needs to be quite a special car to pull that kind of buyer away from the likes of Porsche. So let's see what they come up with. So as we know, the Volvo EX90 has been announced, the new all-electric replacement for the XC90. We now also know the specs and the pricing for the car, and it's not cheap, folks. 100 grand Volvo? Yes. So it looks like there'll be a single motor and dual motor option available, both giving you around about 365 miles of range. The single motor variant's going to give you 402 horsepower and a 0-62 time of 5.9 seconds, while the twin motor gets you from 0-62 in 4.9 seconds with 510 brake horsepower. And the good news for family owners is that you'll have the option of 7 seats. So the car's going to be kitted out with the very latest technology. Not only is it going to have this amazing 14.5-inch touchscreen for the infotainment system, but it's going to have NVIDIA Drive, which is a next generation LiDAR system that can detect objects hundreds of meters down the road, even at night. Volvo are claiming this is going to be their safest car ever. The absolute top spec version is going to cost just a shade over £100,000. Folks, this is not sponsored content. I'm just doing a good deed for a chum. My friend Jamie here is a financial advisor, and he's a bit of a genius when it comes to pensions. And with things as they are at the moment, you need your money working for you in the best way it possibly can. Jamie works with clients in and around Surrey. Contact details are up on the screen. As I said, this is not sponsored content, just helping out a friend, and hopefully he can help out one or two of you. The new all-electric Porsche Boxster has been spotted testing out in the public for the first time. The Boxster and the Cayman will become all-electric from the next generation. Current 982 generation of Boxster and Cayman will be the last of those cars with internal combustion engines. The new Jeep Avenger is going to come with a 254-mile range. The new Jeep takes aim at things like the Hyundai Kona, the Vauxhall Mocha and the Ford Puma, and prices look set to start just over 30 grand. And 5 years later than planned, Tesla has delivered its first semi-trucks to customers in an event at their Gigafactory in Sparks, Nevada on Thursday. Looks like the trucks are going to start around about $150,000. They've already got orders from very large customers, people like Pepsi and Walmart over in the US. Elon Musk has said that one of the new Tesla semi-trucks has actually completed a 500-mile trip with 81,000 pounds of cargo in the back of it, which is really quite impressive. By the way, if you're wondering what a semi-truck is, it's what our American cousins refer to an HGV or an Arctic as. Please give this one a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done so. 120 new subscribers from the last one of these new videos, which is fantastic for me. So thanks very much. Still 80% of the people watching it are not subscribed, so if you're one of those, do yourself a favour. Folks, this is an awful time of year to be a YouTuber, so if you're doing any Christmas shopping on Amazon, please use my link. It won't cost you any more, and it means that Amazon throw me a couple of pence every time someone orders something. But every little helps at the moment. Obviously in December views are usually pretty naff, and with the World Cup on as well, oof. And massive thanks to all those people that buy me a coffee. I cannot thank you enough. It might seem like a small thing, but honestly, it's hugely appreciated. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.